The Ocean Moon has been a key part of the Bausele lineup for a decade. Released as a watch made for one place, the water. Designed by Christoph Hopp, who moved to Australia from Switzerland only a little bit before he started working on the watch, the beaches of Sydney and the coast of New South Wales must have offered some inspiration to how this watch has developed over the years. From the tiny capsule of sand in the lower crown to the bright colours and highly legible dials, the Bausele Ocean Moon 4 collection is made for the surf and the summer. Before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe to Time and Tide and like this video. We really appreciate your support. With the 42mm case forged from 316L surgical grade steel, both the size and alloy speak to a substantial diver's watch that hasn't had corners cut in its production. Of the 5 regular production references within the Bausele Ocean Moon 4 collection, 2 have been finished with an IP gunmetal coating, while the other 3 have a more utilitarian brushed finish. The lugs curve downwards nicely without being too long as to make it unwearable for those with smaller wrists. Thanks to the rotating dive bezel being underneath the sapphire crystal over the dial, the case is less visually dominating than the dial, improving legibility. The double crown, for changing the time or date and for manipulating the bezel, is a nice nod to the collectible super compressor diving watches from the earliest days of scuba diving. Finally, the screw-down caseback is closed, guaranteeing the watch 200 metres of water resistance, and has a lovely graphic of the moon hanging low over a softly rippling ocean. The dial is where the action is, with 5 different colours that offer a decent breadth of choice when you're settling on a look, and we got to spend some time with both the white and green references. The green dial is both bright and vibrant, not requiring the same direct sunlight to pop like a few of the other green watches we've reviewed recently. The Sunburst finishing is dynamic and adds movement to the dial without interrupting the legibility provided by the bold stencil-style hour markers. The white dial has a matte finish that keeps a lower profile than the green without sacrificing any of that visual clarity thanks to the strong contrast between the black hour markers and the white of the dial. Almost hidden away at 6 o'clock is the subtle date window, just for a little added day-to-day functionality for those of us who won't be just using it as a dive watch. The internal bezel is also quite subtle, executed in a complementary colour to the dial, and enjoyable to turn via the upper screw-down crown. Powering all 5 references within the Bausele Ocean Moon 4 collection is the STP-1-11 automatic movement, a Swiss-made calibre that offers 44 hours of power reserve and decent shock protection. The straps are another carefully thought out element of the collection, with a very comfortable and supple performance plastic made out of recycled PET. The outside of the strap is a fairly uniform textured black, while the underside is a bright red that really catches the eye. All of the straps are secured with a double folding butterfly clasp mechanism that is opened with a double push button, which isn't likely to pop open by accident. The Bausele Ocean Moon 4 collection is a well-considered design that feels contemporary while throwing in a few vintage-inspired cues. Powered by a Swiss automatic movement, offering 200 metres of water resistance, impressively legible dials and comfortable straps, there's a lot to like in this package. Especially at the price point that Bausele is offering this collection, it's a competitive offering that looks good on the wrist. The Bausele Ocean Moon 4 collection has a recommended retail price of $1,200 Australian and is limited to 100 pieces in each colourway. As always, thanks for watching.